Alrighty, so we're starting a brand new series today, starting off with Nordic Mailbags. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, you will know what a Nordic Mailbag is. It's more or less talking about the news and the rumors around the NHL as of late. It's kind of like the news times that we used to do earlier in the channel's history, but we're doing it on YouTube with Nordic Mailbags. That's kind of what we're rebranding it as, I guess. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to talk about some news here. Cole Caufield, Montreal Canadiens forward, is officially done for the season with a shoulder injury. And this sucks for the Montreal Canadiens. And it really kind of does show that this team is going to go hard for tanking. 100%. I mean, like, really, losing Cole Caufield definitely puts a hole in this roster. Even though there's already been a hole in this roster. And definitely losing him is going to make the tank a lot more official, I guess. Caufield this season has 26 goals, 10 assists for 36 points in 46 games played. I also saw a stat that said, like, he had, like, 48 goals in, like, 82 games since Martin St. Louis became the brand new coach. It is basically a 50-goal season. So I guess that's pretty cool there. But, yeah, Caufield obviously out for the season. Definitely sucks for the Montreal Canadiens. But we'll see if that helps them in their tank, because they're obviously going to get a lot more worse. A Lightning jersey, and this is interesting. A Lightning jersey was thrown onto the ice in a 5-3 loss to the Flames in Calgary. I don't understand this. I've never understood the concept of throwing jerseys onto the ice, to be honest with you. I think it also is kind of stupid that they did that with the Lightning going to the finals last year and them winning 2 Stanley Cups. And it's not like the Lightning are bad this season. They're good this year, and they just lost to Calgary. I don't understand it, honestly. The Vancouver Canucks have hired, obviously this is a part of their, the coaching thing with Bruce Boudreau, kind of a follow-up to that. The Vancouver Canucks have hired Sergei Gonchar and Nolan Foote as assistant coaches. Foote, I think, is a goaltending coach, actually, or a defensive coach, not a goaltending coach, like a defensive coach. So we'll see if that can help to improve the defense, even though I think, honestly, what Vancouver needs to do is looking at getting a defenseman if they want to stay competitive, but obviously this team's more than likely going to tear it down anyways. Coaches Cole, I think it's Mike Cole that was fired, and then Mike Yeo and Derek King will stay as the 2 assistant coaches from Bruce Boudreau's old crew. So obviously, another basically new coaching staff here in Vancouver. I don't know how many times the Canucks are going to do this before they realize, oh, it's not the coaching that's the issue, but you know what? Whatever. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm not a Canucks fan. It sucks, but it is what it is. The final piece in legitimate news here before we get into the rumors, we're going to kind of split it off there. There's going to be like news and then rumors. China has won the D2B tournament of basically the World Juniors they advanced to Division 2A, so Mexico will be relegated to Division 3. Basically what that means is, what people don't realize is there's actually multiple levels in the World Juniors. So for example, Austria got relegated to D2A this season, and Norway is moving up to Division A with the main teams like Canada, the USA, Switzerland, all those teams. And basically, I actually didn't know this. There's actually 4 different levels. There might even be even more of World Junior competition. There's Division A, which is basically like the main teams. The main division that we watch with Canada, USA, Switzerland, Sweden, Finland, all those teams that just played a couple weeks ago. Then you have Division 2A, which Austria was relegated to and China was promoted up to. Then you have Division 2B, which Mexico was relegated from, and then you have Division 3 as well. I think there's actually more divisions, though. It's actually pretty interesting looking at the international standpoint, trying to promote that. It's actually a lot of fun, kind of taking a look at that, especially with some countries that aren't really recognized for their hockey. Obviously, Mexico really isn't recognized for their hockey whatsoever. They're mainly recognized for soccer or football, per se. But yeah, that is some pretty cool news there I thought I'd include. Anyways, looking at rumors now, starting off with Bo Horvat, which is why I'm wearing the Vancouver Canucks. The Horvat trade There's obviously a lot of rumors surrounding a Bo Horvat trade. It's most likely gonna happen, but the Bo Horvat trade could look like 3 players, including a top prospect. So maybe you won't have to give up any draft picks. Now, I know what people are going to say, oh, just 2 depth players and then a good prospect. But no, I think what Vancouver's looking for here is 2 pretty solid players and a pretty good prospect. So we'll see, obviously, if that pans out, though. Horvat this season has 30 goals, 19 assists for 49 points in 46 games played. But honestly, I think that does seem kind of reasonable, but I don't know if I give up 2 legitimately all-right players and a really good prospect for a rental player. But who knows, though. Horvat's looked really good this year. For a bad team like Vancouver, he's definitely scored a lot of goals, too. And he does have that veteran presence as well. I've seen a number of teams linked to Horvat. The Hurricanes, the Jets, the Kings. There's a couple notable teams out there that could take a shot at Bo Horvat, but we'll talk about that more when we get closer to the trade deadline. Next up now, the Hurricanes and the Winnipeg Jets are linked to Timo Meier of the San Jose Sharks. Now, Meier is interesting because he has a qualifying offer of, I think it's between $7 to $8 million. Because obviously he's going to be an RFA, so that does make things interesting. And I don't know if San Jose, they're in this stage of the rebuild, I don't know if they want to sign Meier to a $7 to $8 million deal, or if they want to trade him off for assets. And let that qualifying offer be another team's problem. But we'll see, though. Meier this season has 27 goals, 20 assists for 47 points in 48 games played. But obviously, though, Hurricanes could be interesting, a pretty solid winger. And the Jets, the really only thing that the Jets need is kind of like a solid right winger or a solid winger. They're good down the middle. They're good on the blue line. They're all right in net. Definitely, they could probably use a winger. So maybe Timo Meier could be that guy for Winnipeg as well. But obviously, there is other teams in the mix too. And then lastly, for this Nordic mailbag, the Toronto Maple Leafs are interested in Vladislav Gavrikov. Obviously, that defender from the Columbus Blue Jackets could prove very interesting here if Toronto wants to acquire another defender. However, they do not want to trade their first-round pick or Matthew Knies at the trade deadline. Now, Knies, I kind of get they don't really have that many prospects, but the first-round pick I really don't understand. If they're trying to make it past the first round and go hard on a playoff run, I would definitely trade it, honestly. I mean, like, that's really honestly just what I would do. I don't think Gavrikov's worth a first-round pick, though. Maybe a second-round pick and somebody like Matthew Knies, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on those rumors in the comments below. I'm planning on doing these probably like every other day. If I get enough news in one day to do a Nordic mailbag, we'll do another one the day after. But obviously, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching. For us Portals later, really do appreciate it. So subscribe down below if you're new. And anyways, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.